those.
Hey, what's up you guys, ShartimusPrime here, doing another Godzilla figure review on the NECA Godzilla 1985 version. If you're trying to get your Godzilla figures, you can get a big, get your big badass toys at bigbadtoystore.com. Click the link in the description below. Standard clamshell packaging from NECA Toys over here says ages 14 and up. You get an image of Godzilla in the back, and then there's Godzilla again, and then Godzilla once more. Alright, let's get to it and crack this thing open. So here's the figure out of the packaging, and once again, NECA's giving us a lot of nice detailed sculpt work and paint for this figure, and some pretty good articulation on this guy too. Now the figure does arrive in two pieces. The tail is detached at this ball joint right over here. These sections right here are all articulated, and then you get a bendy tail at the end, and plugging this in takes a little bit of might, but it's not too bad. Not as bad as like the gremlin legs or anything like that. And I think this is a great looking piece. It's not my favorite look for Godzilla, but I still think it looks pretty cool. I'm very happy with the head sculpt and the paint on this figure. It looks really good to me. I like the paint variation right there, even on his teeth. That looks really cool. You can see this green going in and out right there on his skin, and then he has some really nice brown eyes right over there. Looking pretty cool. Again, not my favorite look for Godzilla. It's the older, bulkier headed look for Godzilla, but still not too bad. I mean, the figure came out really well. I like all these scales right over here on the top of his head, and you get some white right there. And you can articulate the jaw in this figure too, which is pretty cool. And you can see all the detailed teeth right there. You can see the Godzilla tongue. Ooh, Godzilla, you creepy. I really like the texture on this figure. It is unique compared to the 94 Godzilla, so you can see how this guy looks a bit different right there on the arms and everything. So they didn't just take an easy route and try to, retool the 94 Godzilla. This is a brand new sculpt, which I really dig. Even on the little hands over here, you can see the paint detail on the fingernails. It's looking pretty cool. And I like the scale changes right over there. Got that big old Godzilla gut, and those Godzilla thighs, and then those Godzilla toes. Ooh. We got some nice color variation at the bottom of the feet, plus peg holes. I really like the spines right here on the back of the figure. Looking very cool. I love that teal color mixed in there with some white. I think the sculpt is really nice too. You get a lot of nice little dents and little craters and stuff like that in the spines. Here it is coming all the way down to the tail. So we already saw the jaw articulation on this figure. The head can move up a little bit like that, which is cool, and his head can move down and rotate side to side and get some pivot. And the neck has some articulation where it can swivel side to side, and the neck helps move forward and back and pivot as well. So 2 points of articulation for the head right there, which I really like. He has shoulders that move outward. They can rotate forward. He bends once at the elbow, rotates at the elbow. The wrists are on ball joints, so they can move any direction. He has a diaphragm joint over here that rotates side to side. Doesn't really crunch forward. It does move back just a little bit, and a tiny bit of pivot over here. He has some decent leg articulation. These are really bulky Godzilla legs, so it's kind of tricky, but you can move him upward that much. Kind of looks weird. He rotates right here at the knee, and he does bend at the knee as well. These are very stiff knee joints right over there. And then he does have ankle articulation that's on a ball joint. It is hindered by this really thick calf over here, but you can rotate it side to side easily, and it moves down, up, and you get a little bit of ankle pivot out of it. The tail has 4 points of articulation over here, so you can bend it that way, and then you get the bendy wire tail. You can bend it quite a bit. I like that. This figure stands at about 6.5 inches tall and measures to be a bit over 8 inches long. Here's our NECA 85 Godzilla compared to the NECA 2014 Godzilla and the NECA 94 Godzilla. God, that's a lot of NECA. Here he is next to the SH Monster Arts 94 Godzilla, first release Godzilla, which stands a little bit shorter, and I couldn't resist taking some pictures of this 85 Godzilla with the atomic breath that came with the SH Monster Arts. And here he is next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. So I really like this figure. My favorite part about it is that you can really get him looking up, which I think is really cool and necessary for the 85 Godzilla, because he did fire at, flying ships and stuff like that. If you guys want to check out my review on the NECA 94 Godzilla, go ahead and click the annotation right over there. If you want to see my last action figure review, click the annotation down there. And I hope you guys liked my video. If you did, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button right over there if you haven't already, and check out toynewseye.com for a photo gallery of images, and check out the Shartimus Wang channel for the daily vlog. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
That's crispy.
1, 2, 3, 4.